Today I'm going to be talking about how to render in After Effects. So you've made your story or you made your compositions. Now we need to render or export them out as movie files. Now what we are doing is saving these for the web. These will um, most likely be uploaded to the web in some format. So we want to customize it for the web. First of all, for your story, you should have all of your compositions in one composition. So like titles, like scene 1, scene 2, scene 3, all the way into it. If you do not, it's going to be twice the amount of work for you. First of all, let's say I have my title, and this is just something I made with After Effects with mouse flip. So when you render, okay, first of all you want to make sure you have the amount that you want to render. So you notice my ins and my outs, okay? So I can adjust these. So I'm gonna export starting here, and maybe I want to export to 18, okay? And I'll scrub through it, and I'm gonna leave it right there. Okay, so I'm gonna bring that in. So I want to make sure that my ins and outs are appropriate. Then I go to composition and add to render queue. When I hit add to render queue, I'm going to get these options right here. First of all, I'm going to go to render settings right here, and these are my settings. First of all, I want best quality, and I'm going to use full. Okay. Now quality is like the quality of how the video looks. Resolution is how big it is. So full means it's going to be the full 720 of my composition. If I go to half, notice it goes down to half, 360. But I'm going to keep it full and best quality. Okay. And I'm going to keep mine at 30 frames per second. That's usually the standard in frame rates. That's like how many frames per second. Does anyone know what frame rate movies shoot at? Movies shoot at 24 frames per second, whereas TV shoots at 30, and we're going to use 30. Then you're going to hit OK. Okay. Then go up to the output module, lossless. Okay. Now, for this, we're not going to use QuickTime. If you export at home, this will be Windows Media Player if you have like a PC. For Apple, it's QuickTime, but we're not going to use that. We're going to be saving these for the web, and after doing some research, right now, do you guys know what file type does YouTube save their video files? Like you upload your video file, what does it convert it to? It actually converts it to FLV. This is more like a Flash format. And so if YouTube is using this format as a universal format for their storage of videos, I mean, I'm sure they know what's best. And comparing it to others, they also agree. So we are going to do the same. So it has good optimization for the web. So FLV is what we're going to choose. Okay. See, you can also make sure you have your audio. Okay. Audio stereo, that means 2 speakers. Mine was 1. Your bitrate, if you want higher quality sound, which would be great, 256, we can up our sound. We can look at our video settings. Those all look good. And then we can hit OK. Make sure export audio is correct and video. So that's right. And for our comments, that was just a default. It's not really that. But your defaults, we can just put like save for web. And maybe this is the title. Okay. So I'm going to hit OK. And millions of colors, that's great. I'm going to click on format options. And that's what we just did, just to confirm that we have everything correct on there. Okay. So everything looks good and dandy. I hit OK. Next, we're going to go to output 2. That means where are we going to save this as? So yeah, I'm going to go to desktop. I'm going to save it. Title, FLV format, we're good. I hit save. Now, exporting takes a long time. Okay. What you want to do is, so I just did my title one. Let's say I go to the next one. Let's say that this is scene 1 or whatnot. Go to creative and or composition, add to render queue. So notice now it's the second one, and it has the same settings. You'll want to apply the same settings as you did to the previous. So what you'll want to do is get all your videos lined up. So you'll have maybe like 13, 14 videos lined up, ready to render. And then you're going to hit render right here. Now when you hit render, it's going to take hours upon hours because you're rendering so many videos. Um, so a great thing would be, like, if you want to use a computer lab, come in the morning after first period, uh, get your videos all lined up, hit render, and then come back after school or even the next day or the next morning, and all your videos will be exported. Make sure you don't log into guests, because otherwise, well, you can log in to guests, but make sure that you output to like a USB. But it might not fit on your USB. I would make sure you have a 4 or 8 gigs of space available so you can save it directly to that, and then you should be fine. If you are going to render, let me know, and I can make sure that you have those saving options ready to go. And the computer lab, the computers automatically shut down at 6 p.m. So if you think your rendering is going to take longer than that, let me know and I can disable that function. So that's a quick background on how to render your videos, and it will take literally a whole day. So make sure you plan ahead and get your rendering available. If you only have one composition per project, you have to do it one at a time, which means maybe after every class you'd have to come back and hit next render or something. So make sure you plan ahead for that.